In Nordic tradition, all was created with the collision of fire and ice. From that joining, all else was formed. The first to emerge was a sacred cow and a giant who drank the milk from the 7 rivers that flowed from the cow's teats. From the sweat of the giant sprouted the first 3 beings. From them, all others had breath, sense, and form. In Jewish tradition and Christian tradition, there first was nothing. Then there was the Word. The very 2 first shapes of the Nordic runes are going to be ice and fire. So this is ice. Isa, it's a solid. It means something that is solid, something that is steady. And then the second one is going to be fire. So fire represents the 3 different letters. It's going to be C, K, and Q. And the common thing about all these is the way it's pronounced is going to be k, k. And then this one is going to be I, I. Let's see. So those are going to be the very 2 first letters. And then from these 2 shapes, all of the other letters were formed, with only 2 exceptions. The first means cattle. In the days of the cowherds and shepherds, cattle also meant wealth and resources. In this original language, this was pronounced feyu. So it's going to be that there. Feyu. Cattle. It's the first definition of wealth. The second means mouth or voice, but also from this branch are thought, seed, and impulse. This is said like ansus. To me, it sounds like answers. Let's see. And then that one is like this. Okay, so that one is the first interpretation of wealth with cattle. And this is the second interpretation of wealth with the mind and the wealth of the word. They're both connected a little bit. But also, it's important to know a little bit of the history on the very first formations of languages. And the very first formation of language happened in the Basque Mountains, which is the mountains right between France and Spain. And with this language, it's very interesting to see that both cattle and voice or mouth have very, 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 very similar ways that you pronounce it. It's boca and vaca.